Shimano XT. You know, through all these months or years of experience of doing the testing and making videos for you, I'm always trying to shorten my talking because I have so many thoughts to cover always. And here it is, Shimano XT. Just see my improvement in how shortly I can talk. Shimano XT is a wonderful mountain biking group set for all of you guys who are seriously thinking about racing. That's it. So it will be almost double the price of the Diore. Yeah, it's a Storm. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna continue with my job here. It will be also considerably more expensive than the SLX, but this will be quite light group set, still very durable, nice looking, well working group set. So if, let's say, in your local races, if you are riding like from 100 or 200 guys, you will be coming in top 20, you can think about XT. If you are further than that, forget about it and get yourself bike on the Diore SLX. You will still be pretty good, but if you know the seconds, the couple of watts matter, then XT will be fine. And why not XTR? That will be in the part about XTR components. Let's see the details. I do like the look of the XT components. Actually, all of the Shimano components I like. One problem with those is that this finishing will just wear out quickly. So you rather use some nice protection over your crank arms. Now, when we get into the details once more, just generally, XT will have a bit more aluminum than SLX and will have bits of a carbon fiber, a bit, no titanium yet, a bit of a carbon fiber, so it will be lighter. But the most important thing that's changed on the XT comparing to SLX, Diore and all the lower group sets is the shifters. If you remember my first impression about XT shifters, that was Novemesto 2016, I believe. I said, wow, these are quite hard. Don't feel that crisp, that smooth. But if you really ride in the rough terrain and you change the gears while pedaling, while applying some power to the pedals, then you will see this has a point. So let me just talk about the systems we have on the SLX and Diore versus XT. So SLX, this is how SLX changes the gears. I'm going up the cassette, so from the higher to the lower gear. Very smooth, very crisp. It will just let you push lightly. XT won't let you do that. So once more. Can you hear the difference? Okay. Why there is a point of having such a mechanism for shifting? That's because your cable in the housing will have greater momentum, and so the derailleur will move more rapidly. This is rapid fires, and this really works better. So if you are into upgrading your SLX components on the bike, I would say XT or XTR, same systems, shifters are the first thing I would recommend upgrading. If you really do push hard, if you race cross country, I said this is for guys who are racing, or some hard like trail riding, enduro, might be very, very good. More with the systems. On the SLX and Diore, we could shift up the cassette by 3 and down the cassette by 1, either by pulling or pushing, so this is two-way release. On XT we can, let me just go down. You can shift up the cassette by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down the cassette by 1 when pulling and 2 when pushing. So when you push this lever, it goes by 2. That means you don't have to tick, 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 tick. It goes from the 11th to the first gear or first to the 11th. You will go by 2. For cross country, this is very good thing, so I'm loving it. The shifters are the first thing I would upgrade. I'm really excited about these systems Shimano has, and it's a shame I cannot have it on my Eagle, but my Eagle will have It will have the twister gear change, so that's also something I love. Anyway, this is on XT, very good, very good stuff. The left shifter for the front derailleur with the optical gear display, 130 grams. The front shifter for the rear derailleur, 145 grams with the optical gear display. The cassettes. This is the SLX, this is the XT. Here we have aluminum spider. This cassette feels lighter. This is the 11 through 46, so wide gearing range for you. And this is the SLX. In terms of the teeth, I think this is the same system, so the chain engagement will be the same on SLX and XT. XT 11-speed cassette, 11 through 46, so wide range of the gearing with the small plastic for transportation, 449 grams, so should be about 440 grams. Crankset, this is the SLX, this is the XT. We have some different materials, just as I mentioned. Going back to SLX, on the double cranksets, we have the small one made of steel and the bigger one aluminum with glass fiber reinforced polymer. On the XT double chainring, we have the small made of aluminum and the big one made of aluminum and carbon fiber reinforced polymer. Not glass fiber, but carbon fiber. So these are the differences. When we look at the teeth on both SLX and XT, these look pretty much the same. These look the same. So the shifting operation, the shifting quality should be same on SLX and XT, but XT, it even feels a little bit lighter. XT crankset double one, 36-26 teeth, 716 grams. The crankset without the chain rings, 606 grams. The pedals. Below we've got the well-known M520s. Here we have the XTs, but this is the trail enduro version, so with additional platform giving you more support. If these were only the cross-country pedals, there is some weight savings comparing to M520s. Same SPD, so locking mechanism. You use exactly the same cleats. The cleats are same up to XTR. So just good working, not the lightest on the market pedals. That's what I would say about XT compared to M520s. Is it worth it to upgrade from M520 to XT? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't upgrade. I wouldn't see any reason for upgrading to XT. To XTR, yes, but that's on the next episode. The pedals in the trail version with additional platform, 405 grams. This is the XC version of XT pedals and their weight is 340 grams. The rear derailleurs SLX XT. This is the long cage, this is the mid cage, so XT will be also lighter because of that on my scale. But here I cannot find some parts which would be same. Maybe this mounting arm, no, not really, which would be the same between SLX and XT. So there is more difference between XT and SLX, but I wouldn't say this would work so much differently. The jockey wheels a little bit different. The XT is more edgy, SLX more round. The thing is also that the XT derailleur I'm using with the XT shifters and SLX with SLX shifters, so that makes a difference. But the derailleur itself, not really. Would I upgrade just the derailleur? No, I would upgrade the shifters. The derailleur itself, not really. This one will be lighter, but won't make you faster. The rear derailleur with the mid length of the cage, 275 grams. The front derailleurs, this is not even SLX, this is Diori, this is XT. They look quite the same, I would say, quite the same derailleurs. There's no reason to change the cage of the derailleur. If this one works well on the Diori, it will work well on the XT or opposite. But I wouldn't see any reason for upgrading from Diori or SLX to XT, because I think here we have once again some same parts even between Diori and XT. That's what I think, that's what I see here. XT front derailleur with the clamp, side pull system, 145 grams. Braking and braking power, and this is something that's changed a lot between SLX and XT. This is SLX brake with the ice-tech technologies on the pads. This is XT, and you can see the difference right away on the caliper. Here we have two piston design. Braking performance is amazing on these XT brakes, but as I said, for me SLX and Diori are just strong enough, powerful enough. So when I would recommend thinking about XTs, if you're riding in a really tough terrain, not hilly but mountainous terrain, when you go for long steep descents, then XT with this system might be something worthy considering. If you're a cross-country guy, don't think that XT will make you faster. Like you will be really able to brake later before the corners or so. I'm doing that on the Diori. I'm doing that on the model lower than Diori, and I'm pretty fast. Maybe I'm not world champion, but I'm pretty fast on Diori, so XT won't change that. But for long descents, perhaps for enduro, these XT might be very good brakes. The left brake, the front brake, 305 grams. The right brake or the rear brake, 320 grams. The rotors, you can see the difference right away. This spider on the XT and this spider on the SLX. So this is larger, so we have more aluminum and less the rotor itself, so it feels lighter. It feels considerably lighter than this one here. Also ice technologies, so 3 layers of different materials for better cooling. This is how it looks like. So whom do I recommend XT? If you are already pretty good rider, pretty good mountain biker, you can think about Diori XT Groupset. I would then recommend buying a whole group set, because still the price is okay, but will give you some good results, good performance. Of course, 11 speed, so you can in the future, for example, you can upgrade the cassette from XT to XTR for racing if you want to have lighter bike. If you have SLX components, the first thing I would upgrade would be the shifter, but only for those who are riding rough in the rough terrain. And if you are lacking braking power, then the 2 pistons XT calipers, the brakes, are something also to consider. I would not exchange SLX reader with the XT. I would not exchange the crankset SLX with XT. Performance-wise, it would not make you any better during the races even. But as a whole group set, if you are building your bike, if you want to have new group set, XT for some pretty damn good mountain bikers is a good group set. That's what I think.